All right. Hey, how's it, everybody? It is right around 5 p.m. West Coast time. I'm going to say it's 3 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on that there East Coast, and 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. I am Matt Statter. This is Chatter with Statter, and we have got some folks hanging out in the Chatterbox crew area. Gina in the house, Darlene in the house, Rick in the house, Elaine coming in from that YouTube side. For those of you who don't know, we stream both on Twitch and YouTube every Wednesday and Sunday, 5 p.m. West Coast time. So be sure to join us on either platform. Like the subscribe button, or you can hit the like button and you can subscribe. However you want to go about doing your day, doing your thing. I think you know what I'm trying to ask, and do it your way, okay? Okay, there we have it, Rabbit. All right, who else do we got in the house in case I missed somebody while I was babbling on? It looks like we still got some of the same people, so why don't we get this party started? All right, we've got more people showing face. E-Music in the house, Mama Sean coming in, and Gina, there we go, coming in feeling a little bit frustrated about something. We're not sure what. Maybe we've got solutions, maybe we don't. But what I do know is this. Mama Sean, let me rock you, Mama Sean. Let me rock you, that's all I want to do, Mama Sean. Let me rock you, Mama Sean. Let me rock you, let me feel for you. Because I'll tell you what. Every time I say Mama Sean, I think Chaka Khan. And so I had to get out that Chaka Khan, let me rock you, Chaka Khan. Let me rock you, that's all I want to do, Chaka Khan. Let me rock you, Chaka Khan. Let me rock you, let me feel for you. I don't know if you guys remember that song. I was knee-high to a grasshopper when it came out, so I don't expect some of the younger people in the house to know what I'm talking about. And I expect that my rendition of it was so piss poor that even those who know the song will not know what I just did. But if you take my word for it, I promise you, there is a song out there. There is a song out there. And what? E-Music. Tell me more about this. You've been hearing Lono on Kauai radio station. Oh, rad. Any particular song that you remember, or like what, tell me more. What album is it? What? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So, E-Music, you recognized what I was trying to do. You love that Chaka Khan song. Okay. See, somebody knew what I was done. Somebody knew. All right, and so wait a second. Oh, is Pacola T in the house? Hold on, I might have missed Pacola T coming in. Good morning, Pacola T. So good to see you. I'm sure you know this, but for those of you who don't know, Pacola T probably knows, but the rest of y'all might not know. I've got a couple of videos from Pacola T, like maybe 5, actually, more than just a couple. So we are going to be following some travels and treks that Pacola T has been taking in India. And never worry, I'm sure you guys know, I'll have a map for you so we know where she's at. And okay, so E-Music, KKCR has been playing his music for over a year now. Oh, that is so awesome. I wonder if he knows that. Well, if he doesn't know that, I'm going to tell him. And if he already knows that, well, he'll hear it from me again. That makes me so excited. Is there any particular songs that they play? I'm going to go out on a limb and assume they're playing his old style stuff with the Olelo Hawaii as opposed to his English speaking earlier stuff. But I truly obviously have no idea. And let's see here. And Rick is wondering if it's the KVMR community radio station. KVMR. And obviously, it sounds like, no, it is not. It is a different one. So, okay. This makes me so very happy because here's the deal, you guys. As much as we are familiar with Lono's music, really not a whole lot of people are familiar with Lono's music. And as far as I'm concerned, his music is so well received by so many people. But everyone who hears it seems to like it, but not everybody gets a chance to hear it. And he has so much to teach within his lyrics and his songs that it really behooves us to get his music out, to teach the tales of Molokai and the old school lessons from the Hawaiian Islands. So, told from a native Hawaiian's perspective. And so, I'm super stoked that he is getting some airplay. I'm assuming you mean that's what she does. Let's see here. Today I heard She's Something That Way, or whatever that title is. I think you're talking about That's What She Does. Oh, so they're playing his old stuff. Oh, I love that. That is even better that they're playing his, like, they're going deep in his catalog, because that's such a fun song. I mean, that really is it's a timeless classic, right? It is. Okay, cool. So I am sure he already knows that he's being played, but I'm gonna tell him just to make sure he knows. Oh, that is so awesome. And let's see here. Okay, so kvmr.org is in California. This one is the KKCR, actually, on the islands. And by the way, Trail Dust, I was so busy talking about things and stuff, I did not say hello to you. So good to see you coming on in. And let's see who else I might have missed when I was babbling about Lono. Let's see here. Okay, so Mama Sean. I've already sang my ode to Mama Sean. And all right, cool. So, okay, you guys. You're right, Mama Sean. That's What She Does is such a fun song. It really is. It is such a fun song. It's giggle worthy. It's a classic, timeless truth. You know, men and women, what we do to each other. It's just silly. It's silly. It's classic. It's universal. And let's see here. Are you missing Molly? I don't know. Are we missing Molly? I'm here. All right, you guys. So let's see here. Making sure the music is on. And Elaine, you're going to have to say goodbye. All right. Well, I'm super stoked that you were here to hang out for a little bit, but hopefully you can pop back in. But what I was thinking we could do right now, since Pacola T is here and maybe she can answer some questions, maybe, I was thinking we could take a little trip with Pacola T. And I will take you where she's at as soon as I can. And yeah, Elaine, definitely do what you can to stay dry. And by that, I mean, don't come where I'm at, because right now, boy howdy, it is raining. And hey, Felicia Nichols, so good to see you. You're here just in time. We are going to, hey, Deb Case from Kentucky. Can't stay long, you're busy? Well, why don't you stay for like 2 or 3 minutes, and in those 2 or 3 minutes, you are going to take a trip to India. You're going to take a trip to India, and where we're going to go is, so, Pacola T started out on the far left-hand side. She flew into Dubai, and then she flew across the water to that big purple circle, Mumbai. But then she went up north to, I'm not going to tell you where, but these 2 little circles, we've got Boonday and we've got Udaipur, I can't remember how to pronounce it. We learned how to pronounce it last stream. We've got Udaipur and anyway, here, let's go take a ride, shall we?
Chevy Chase?
I'm sorry?
Did you also live in Chevy Chase? Or no, just you?
We visited, but that's about it. Oh, look at the turn signal. The arm out the window.
It's basically just I'm bigger, so I drive in front of you.
Yeah. This is where you can literally eat dust.
Yeah.
Back home, I actually saw decades ago these two big trucks, like long haul type trucks with all their goods, and they were in a road and they were facing each other, and it was clearly a one-laner. So they had to decide what they were doing because they were facing up, and it was hilarious because they both leaned out the window, stuck their arms out, and they did rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, actually, it's like
That's
a good
cool.
way. Yeah.
Oh, doggy, doggy.
It's a very active animal rescue org in Vancouver. So if we see any injured animals, we're supposed to call them.
I saw an ambulance in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Yep. Is it the call to prayer right now? It sounds like. Yep. 5 o'clock call to prayer.
Okay, so that was part of it. There's still more to it. But Pacola T, I have to ask. So it sounded like there was the 5 o'clock call to prayer that was going on. Now I know that India isn't necessarily a majority Muslim country. I know that there's a lot of Muslims in that country. There's a lot of people in that country. But was it common to have the call to prayers in like to be heard no matter where you are? Is that going to be something that you hear when you're in India, or is that maybe something that only like certain neighborhoods are going to have a Muslim majority, so you're going to hear that from the mosque tower, I guess, is where it gets called from. I don't actually know where it gets called from, so I'm going to guess the mosque tower, the minaret. I don't know what they're called. Look at me being really stupid. Any kind of clarification you can bring, obviously, I need. But while we're waiting for the clarification, let's take part 2 of the ride, shall we?
Yes. Smile.
Organized chaos. Okay. Great turning radius. To see the horses back there.
Beautiful.
Probably for a wedding.
All right, so there we have it. That's not the only video that I've got from Pecola Tea, but for right now, we're gonna be satiated for just a little bit because honestly, that was a lot to absorb in just those two simple videos. So all right, so it looks like Pecola Tea it said that she just spent the last 2 days in a holy city. No meat, no dairy, no booze. So basically a lot of chickpeas, lentils, and rice, I'm going to assume. Gosh, wow. Yeah, okay. This is just so, yeah, exactly. No meat, no dairy, no liquor. It's just like, well, that's what I live on. Like, what? I might not live on liquor, but I do like my beer. And so Pecola Tea says you actually could get alcohol in your hotel on the outskirts of the city. Got it. Okay, now, let's see here. I'm not sure. Hold on, let's see here. I'm not sure which city it is that, that Pecola Tea is referring to as the holy city. I'm not sure if it's Bundi or if it's Mannar, but this is another video, and this looks like a pretty, I don't know, this looks like a pretty important place. And quite honestly, if this is the video that I think it is, and this is gonna sound really horribly stereotypical, but oh my god, this video is like, couldn't be more Indian. It is exactly what I think of when I think of India. So, yeah, pardon me while I'm an ignorant American, but here's another video of India. Right? It's so pretty. And I realized that, you know, saying like, this looks like what I imagine in India as being India, right? I mean, doesn't it seem like what you think of when you think of India? All of the beautiful bright colors, that architecture was just, and then just the saffron color of everything. It seemed quintessential India to me. I recognize that India is so huge and has so many flippin' cultures within their Indian culture, from, you know, from Muslims to Sikhs to Hindus, everything in between. Like, I realize there's no one stereotypical India. I get it. But as an ignorant American, you do condense things. It's just human nature, right? So in my condensation of Indian stuff, that video was like, yep, that's India, all right. Every single thing about that was India to me. From the music, to the crowd, to the beautiful colors, the dress, the architecture, everything. It was just so beautiful. And Mama Sean, I don't know if it's part of the Red Palace or not. I don't even know what the Red Palace is, but if I had to guess, it looked like it could be. Pacola T obviously is the one who's going to have to clear that up for us. But yeah, so that's just one of the other videos. But wait, there's more. We're not satisfied with just the chopping and dopping. We're not satisfied with the ricer and dicer. But wait, there's more. And eMusic, that was too short. Yep, that was too short. It's too short. Can we watch it again? Why not? I mean, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, wait. I can't find it. Hold on. It's here. I just scrolled by it. There it is. We're going to watch it again. Boop. And yeah, Pacola T, that was kind of what I was thinking when I was watching your video of the tuk-tuk ride. It was a cacophony. I mean a cacophony of sights, a cacophony of sounds. I can only assume it is a sensory overload. Just between the honking and the call to prayer and the noise of the traffic, like just auditorially alone, that was a very overwhelming video. And I know from plenty people who've been to India, and obviously I cannot speak for your experience, nor can I speak for where that video was taken, but I've been told by a lot of people that one of the senses that gets really overwhelmed as an American in India is the sense of smell. There's a lot of smells going on in India, ranging from good to not so good. So when you say that it is a sensory overload, I'm guessing you truly mean all of your senses. From the heat or the cold, because it is colder, I think, actually, than you're used to the smells, to the sights, to the sounds. Gina, it was for you too. Yeah, not at all surprised. I think you and I might have similar issues, as it were. And so, yeah, we have our Pacola T India, Photo Pacola T India instead of Photo Luke. And Pacola T, you're not a shopper, right? But for those who enjoy the Markets Are Shopper stream, I bet. Yeah, and I'm not a shopper too, so that to me is just like, well, I guess I better stop there before I leave just to get some souvenirs and trinkets for those back at home, but do I have to? Yeah, I hear that. Okay, now, she's still got stuff that she's sharing with us, you guys. Pacola T, she's been a busy lady. And so here we go. Now, C Honda, so good to see you. C Honda has also gifted us with some lovely entertainment that we're going to be checking out. So basically, this entire stream is brought to you by the Chatterbox Gang. This stream, by the way, yeah, I have nothing to do with this stream. There's pretty much not one bit of content on this stream that I had anything to do with. This has all been brought to us by Pacola Tea, C Honda, Lono Music. Let's see here. Who else do we got? Yeah, there's, yeah. And then, of course, the people who are actually here, like Thomas the Turtle coming in, saying hello. And, let's see here. And of course, C Honda as well. And, let's see here. Yes, exactly. Oh, Mama Sean, Pacola Tea, you would need extra luggage to bring fabric back home. I totally agree. Although, actually, you probably could just, like, mail it. Although, if you're buying enough, it might be cheaper to actually bring it in your luggage and mail your clothes home, because it's heavier. Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Yeah, bring the luggage for the fabric and maybe mail your clothes home, because the clothes aren't going to be nearly as heavy as if you buy, bolts of that fabric. Yes, I'll happily spend your money, Mama Sean. Wait, it was Mama Sean, right? Yeah, there we go. And let's see here. Staying healthy so far, somewhat. Little congested from all the smoke, dust, and pollution, but being careful to use only bottled water and safe food. And eMusic, that is true. Mailing is super expensive internationally. I kind of forget about that. Although I'm going to be finding that out very soon. There is there's a YouTube channel called Tribal People Try, and I think I've mentioned this before, but maybe not. Anyway, I'm a really big fan of Tribal People Try, and they're based out of Pakistan. And basically, people send them stuff from the West, and they try it. Like top ramen or, cup of noodles. Well, anyway, I just recently got a box from Almond Roca and the Brown and Haley Candy Company from Tacoma, Washington. And yes, Darlene, they did just go up a few days ago. I found that out at work on Monday. And I'm going to be mailing the Tribal People Try. Hey, Linda B. Everywhere. Welcome in. Good to see you. All right, coming in on the YouTube side. Linda B. Everywhere is a YouTube content creator, by the way, you guys. So definitely check her out. She's got all sorts of stuff, and she be everywhere. But where she don't be, Pakistan. And that's where I'm going to be mailing the Almond Roca candy. So hopefully the Tribal People Try will eventually make a video of them eating the Almond Roca that I sent them. And the Almond Roca that I bought them was like, I don't know, $20 maybe. I am anticipating the shipping to Pakistan for that Almond Roca to probably be like $80. So yeah, now that I think about it, you're right. International shipping is a whole other level of, oh my, that's expensive. Whole other level of that. All right, so let's see here. We got to the festival in Menor. I don't know how to say it, you guys. But now we're going to Bundi. Pacola Tea very explicitly outlined it in the email that she sent me, and I promptly forgot it. But I'm going to call it Bundi. And here we are in Bundi. And let's see here. So, Linda B, I understand. Yeah, gotta get Din Din ready. So, thank you so much for swinging on in. Hope to see you soon. I'm gonna have to swing by one of your channels pretty soon. Not one of your channels, your channel as it were. And let's see here. E-music, what does the color orange represent there? I'm seeing it everywhere. It must be a sacred color, but why? Honestly, I don't know. Now, the only wrong-headed clue that I have, because this doesn't even make sense, really. Or maybe it does to somebody other than... Anyway, the color is reminiscent to me of the saffron-colored robes that Buddhist priests often wear. And yes, clearly it is a color of sacredness in that realm. Why? I don't know. And that's Buddhism, not Hinduism, not like, so what that has to do with that is probably nothing. So yeah, I'm very curious too, because that is, yeah, amongst the videos, that does seem to be the common color of the flags decorating the street signs, decorating the areas, as it were. But yeah, I can only assume that their saffron is the color that is intended to be by that, and saffron is so valuable. I don't know. Somebody tell me to shut the hell up, because you just don't. I don't know. We should look into that. And let's see here. I think, I could be wrong, but I think that might be, nope, we still got one more video. So, yes, we should ask Nicola T next time she's here. She might not know, but she definitely might have an idea. Rick, on the other hand, is telling me that, you're kind of close. Saffron, orange-like color, represents the color of fire, and it represents renunciation. I gotta tell you, Rick, I don't actually know what the word renunciation means. I feel like I should know what that word means, but I can truly say no, I don't know. But Google knows some things, so okay. I was at least right about the saffron part. That part, okay. Props to me. Everything else, okay. It means turning your back on something. So fire represents turning your back on something. Like culture, right? So you're renunciating the culture and doing the holy life, I guess, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, and Darlene, the only reason why I assumed that saffron might be the vibe there is because saffron rice comes from India. Yeah, it's about the food again. Yeah, did you know I could bring it back to food every time? Did you know that I can bring it back to food? I can bring it back to food. And fire represents purification. That makes sense. It's the renunciation that confused me. So renunciation, says Rick, indicates an abandonment of pursuit of material comforts in interest of achieving enlightenment. Right, which makes sense that a Buddhist monk would wear those robes. It's all coming together for me. Even if I'm actually just making it all up, I'm going to pretend that it makes sense to me. And right, renouncing of culture and ties to family and society and goods. I get it now. Thanks for helping me learn, you guys. Hopefully maybe somebody else learned something too. And Rick, abandonment of pursuit of material comforts. That might be a good thing in a population of 1.5 billion. Well, don't know. I mean, with as much junk as America can produce, it might be a good thing being a population of 3 million or 300 million. But all right, we've got one more video from India, and I thought it was kind of cute, this last video that we just had. There was, just random music playing throughout the street, right? So India must have the culture in India must just be, I don't know if it's like, if they just love music, if it's just a thing, I don't know, is music just blared throughout all parts of the city? Or, I guess, is it maybe walking through the city where the music happens? Here's a random band for no apparent reason that I know of. So I don't know if there was a holiday, if there was a wedding, if there was like a parade for some politician coming in town. I don't really know what that was, but it sure looked like it was something. And I don't know what that building was that she ended up at, but it looked like a dollhouse. I mean, it was just, See Honda, totally stimulation overboard. Seriously, I don't know if I could handle going to India for a couple reasons. First off, the flight. But second off, I just feel like I would actually start wearing the hijab or the burqa even, just to like give me a layer of, and I know that hijab and burqa are not Hindu, they're not Sikh, they're not Indian. I know that. I'm not getting those cultures confused. I'm just saying what I would, what I feel like I would put over me. I would put on just to cover me, to just keep the sounds and noises one layer away or something. I don't know. It does seem like it would just be so overloading. Yeah, it's, it's not that I would be covering myself out of any sense of purity. It would really just be, I don't know what it would be. It just seems like it'd be way too much. And let's see here. Yes, Darlene, so pretty. Love the colors again. It makes you wonder what Thailand looks like. Your daughter went to Thailand and the beautiful temples there. Yeah. No, the Thailand's architecture and India's architecture, both, though different, remind me a lot of one another with their intricacies and their angles and their this and their that's. Yeah, I have no doubt in my mind that Thailand, yeah, was beautiful. But but they're not necessarily, the temples aren't all in typical neighborhoods. See, I kind of for some reason thought like there'd be at least one good looking temple in every neighborhood from back in the day. And let's see here. Today, Rick says, today's holiday, January 25th, is Thai Pusam. Okay, where is that a holiday? Is that a holiday in India or is that a holiday in Thailand? Because we're kind of talking about both. And Okay, and even though it's Thai, Pusong, it's actually India you're talking about, which makes sense, but because it said Thai, you got me a little confused there, Rick. Got me a little confused. But that shouldn't surprise anybody because I do get confused pretty regularly. Now, it is right around time for our Lono listening break, and unlike last stream where I was like, this ain't the mainland, and it wasn't, well, we're still not back on the mainland, but now we actually do have the song, so let's listen to some Lono and talk about how this ain't the mainland.
Check, way below the local speed limit. We know like how fast we go ekahe, elua, ekoloe, ha. Slow it down, brother. This ain't the mainland. Check, way below the local speed limit. We know like how fast we go ekahe, elua, ekoloe, ha. Putting up the little grass shack. It's small, but it's just enough. Now we plant la ao, ekahe, elua, ekoloe, ha. All that luxury condos, brother. This ain't the mainland. We're putting up the little grass shack. It's small, but it's just enough. Now we plant la ao, ekahe, elua, ekoloe, ha. Ain't the mainland. Sugar, 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 sugar. Sugar, 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 sugar. Na'olelo o Hawaii, nahuna o Hawaii, namele o Hawaii, Noah, Gabby, Johnny, Kendi. Ooh, yeah. Na'olelo o Hawaii, nahuna o Hawaii, namele o Hawaii, Genoa, Gabby, Johnny, Kendi. Don't forget Israel and Skippy. Macau Street. Oh, sério, não, sério.
All right, there we go. So, okie doke. So, January 25th sounds like it's a lot of things, a lot of days, a lot of places for a lot of people. And I would assume it sort of sounds like it is sort of a New Year's resolution. Let's try this again. Rick, you, the Thai Pusum. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Sounds like it is probably like a New Year's celebration. I don't know how to say it. And I apologize for those who do know how to say it. You can point and laugh at me all you want. We've got the an emote for that. Actually, not only do we have an emote for that, we also, I forgot to mention this, you guys. I think we've got a brand new emote. Have you noticed? For those of you who subscribe to this particular channel, we have a brand new emote today. It got approved yesterday, or maybe the day before yesterday. But now we have a brand new eye roll emote. And by the way, did I mention that this stream is brought to you by a whole bunch of people other than me? That is correct, because this particular emote was created by Shock. So it's thanks to Shock that we've got the eye roll emote. Once again, this stream has been brought to you by the Statterbox crew. Mad Statter has pretty much nothing to do with this stream today. Not one iota of nothing did I come up with. That's not true. I have an iota. I have one iota of something. But everything else is a creation of somebody else here in this room right now. And by the room, I mean the chat room. And okay, fine. Maybe Picola T left, but still she was here. So yes. Oh yeah, Gina, no, oh, I'm sure people appreciate the efforts, because if they didn't appreciate the efforts, you guys wouldn't be here to see the efforts of everybody else's. And so, yes, but just to make it clear, it's pretty much nothing I did today on this show. It's all y'all. You guys are the ones who make this stream, which has been kind of that way from the beginning. And it is the intention of this stream, because as I've said before, don't wait for perfection to happen, just do it. And it is very cool of Shock to have made that particular eye roll emote. We went back and forth on various ideas. We liked the idea of making the eye roll emote green in reminiscent of the Prel. However, we wanted to avoid making it look like it was an I'm feeling sick green. So we had that, we as simple as that stupid thing is, because it is simple, it's actually not. That's a lot of discussion went into. You wouldn't think, 5 circles in 3 different colors would be that difficult to design. 1 green circle, 2 white circles, 2 black circles. It's basically what we're working with here. You'd be surprised, but Shock did it, and yeah, there we go. But now, and oh, Darlene, you're so flippin' sweet. And let's see here. I'm in the spirit of National Day. Oh no, Darlene's in the spirit of National Day. There we go. And oh, you mean trying to pronounce words and languages I don't know? Yes. As long as people don't get angry, you can point and laugh all you want. That I have no problem with. In fact, I thrive on that. But just don't get angry. Okay, let me rephrase that. When I say pamplemousse, oh, by all means get angry. That's why I say it that way. But when I'm like ignorant and like not trying to piss you off, please don't get mad. When I am trying to piss you off, well, by all means get mad. That's the whole point. But now you guys, we have, but when will we ever be able to use that eye roll emote? I'm going to leave it to you guys to use it in whatever context you feel appropriate. You know the vibe that we're trying to keep here. And if we can throw down a haha emote with love, we can throw down an eye roll emote with love. I don't know how we're going to do it. But Rick, you might have just come up with the classic combination. I would like a soapbox eye roll, please. Stat, supersize, to go, and to here. I'd like 2 of them. 1 for here and then 1 to go. Yeah. The soapbox with the eye roll. That's probably the best combo you could ever come up with. Yeah. Actually, no, the better combo would be eye roll, soapbox, eye roll. There we go. That's the triumvirate right there. Oh no, she's getting on her soapbox again. See, there you go. Now we know how to use the eye roll emote. But hopefully we won't be using the eye roll emote for this, because this has been brought to us. This has been brought to us by C Honda, but I just realized I don't have a map. And you know how I feel about maps. But I don't have a map. That's okay. These are some pictures that C Honda took of her whale watching tour. And by the way, unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of whales that she got to see. Because apparently there was some orcas in the area, and the orcas scared away all the everybody's. And she didn't even get to see the orcas either. So instead, she just got a cruise, a 3-hour cruise, and she got home, so she's not stuck on Gilligan's Island. She shared with us her pictures. A pelican and a seagull on a roof is what I'm seeing right there. And she's here to answer any questions. And I'm thinking, are those sea lions or just seals on that there buoy? And I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that this is the boat that she went out in the water with. And Rick, I don't actually know if it was a 3-hour cruise, but I just couldn't help but, you know, I couldn't help but say that. Those were sea lions, so that buoy was huge then. That is a huge buoy. If those were sea lions, and I believe that, I thought they might be, I totally believe that they are, that was a huge buoy, because you guys don't even know how huge sea lions are. Unless you've seen them in real life, you don't know how big sea lions really are. Like, I dare say almost as long as my Subaru and half as wide, maybe? Sea lions are huge. Huge, huge, huge. And so we're looking at like a buoy that is super huge, if those are the sea lions. And 2 hours, including Rick Foot. There we go. There we go. Awesome. So those are the pictures. But we're not done with pictures yet. No, because we also have some video. And some of the video is of rich people and where all the rich people live. And oh my goodness, look at where these rich people live. Oh my God. And C Honda, is it raining? Am I like, I mean, it looks sunny out, but it also looks like it's raining. Am I seeing rain hitting the water? Is that what I'm seeing? Rain? And I know that's the strangest question for someone from Washington to ask. Like, you'd think I would know what rain looks like, but this is San Diego, or this is Southern California, and I'm not familiar with how rain, so no rain. Okay, there wasn't rain, because it looked like there was water hitting the water, but I wasn't sure. So, okay. Okay, Darlene, I'm not having a stroke. You saw some drops too. It looked like rain. All right. It was just rough water. Okay. Wowee, though. Look at that view that they must have had. What do you know? All right, and then we've got one more short little video. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna play this again, but I'm gonna fast forward to like about here. Hold on, let's do this one more time. I've got something to say. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, see, Honda, you sent me the wrong video. Well, I like this video, but here's what I gotta say, y'all. Okay, so look at, you've got the hillside and you've got the houses, going up to the shore, and those houses are fine. That I don't have a problem with those houses. It's the ones on the cliffs. Like, look at those houses on the cliffs there. Like, am I crazy, or does it seem like they're not gonna be there forever? I feel as though, and I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm the first to admit I don't know what I am talking about. But do you see how there's no cliffs in some area, but then the remainder of cliffs in other areas? That indicates to me that there might have used to have been cliffs that then disappeared into the sea. Which also indicates to me the cliffs that are there right now might eventually soon disappear into the sea. Perhaps that is just my interpretation of the situation that I am seeing in front of my face. But all I see is 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 houses that in the next 10 years are going to end up in the ocean. That's what I see. And let's see here. Let's go look on the other. Oh, look at that other cliffside thing over there. A little further. Oh, look, we got some more houses right here in the middle of this thing. Yeah, I just really, are you thinking what I'm thinking? 'Cause I guess, it's a question that they asked back when Jesus was born in a Christmas song, because, Christmas happened when Jesus was born. What is it? Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? That's my question for them right now. Do you see what I see? Because I see something that isn't going to be there forever. But, that's just me being cynical, I guess. So, yeah. And eMusic, it's happened to too many times in Hawaii, sliding houses and buildings. Exactly. I mean, so clearly eMusic, you see what I see. You see what I see. A house, sliding to the foam. What used to be their home is now just filling a moat. Yeah, okay, I know nobody signs up to hear me sing that, so how many subscribers did I just lose? How many subscribers did I just lose? Like and subscribe if you want to hear that again. Okay, maybe don't like and subscribe if you want to hear that again. All right, so I'm just sitting here entertaining myself. Yeah, it happens to condos too. Exactly. But I don't think those were condos. Those look like high-end homes. Rick, I had 251 at the start. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that number happened. How many? My report, my Stream Elements report, my Twitch stream report at the end of this be like, you lost 47% of your viewers. What did you do? I sang. That's what I did. I sang. I mean, you wouldn't call it singing. I would. You wouldn't. But that's okay. All right. So now that I'm feeling gilly and silly and giggly, I thought that I could brag about something. It's not something that I did, but I'm still gonna brag about it. And this is the one tiny little thing that I vaguely had to do with this stream. But hold on, before we do that, eMusic. In Hawaii, you had to investigate sliding condo building on Maui for an insurance company. So, wait, to see if it was rebuildable, or I'm assuming there was no fraud that the insurance company was suspicious of, right? I mean, what did you have to investigate it for? I'm confused. Did they think it was... So the condo is sliding into the ocean, and so you were just, what, there to verify, yep, it's going there, or no, nobody should live there, or what was your report supposed to be, I guess, is what I'm asking. I don't know if that's really what I'm asking. I don't know what I'm asking, so never mind. You don't have to answer. Oh, it was built too close. Oh, okay. So the insurance company didn't want to cover it. Is that what I'm sort of hearing? Maybe. And oh, it's just how long till it was all gone. Got it. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, because seriously, now obviously there are some buildings that are just patently built too close to the shore. No two ways about it. But there are other buildings that it's like, well, when we built it, it wasn't that close to the shore. The shore did, has been receding on some beaches. So, it's like 50 years ago, it wasn't too close to the shore. Yeah, it's too close to the shore now, but 50 years ago, it wasn't when it was built. So, you can't really blame those buildings for being too close to the shore. The shore got all up in my face. I didn't get all up in the shore's face. The shore came up on my territory. And yeah, exactly. Erosion over the decades just, slides buildings into the ocean. Exactly. And true, Darlene, you do have to use some common sense. But seriously, though, I mean, if a building is, like 75 years old, you do have to wonder how far away from the beach it was when it was built. Because, beaches move. But yes, there are way too many people who do boop-ba-doop-ba-doo. They don't listen to the locals. They don't. And they risk it, and that's just bad. That's just stupid. But what an ocean view. Exactly, C Honda. What an ocean view. Okay, you guys, so a few streams ago, we were talking about beavers and the importance of... Oh, yeah, I just switched gears big time. Didn't even let you know. We're switching gears, by the way, you guys. So, many streams ago, we talked about beavers and the importance that beavers have in creating wetlands and rehabilitating dry areas, and how, in general, they're good for the ecosystem. Now, we also talked about how beavers are not good for the ecosystem in a couple ways. One way is in the north, they're accelerating climate change by warming up the ground underneath the permafrost, and that is increasing the rate at which the permafrost is melting, and that's not a good thing. So the beavers are doing some problems in the northern part of our continent. And we've got some illegal beavers in Italy and other parts of Europe that have been released clandestinely without the proper permits, and that is making countries very angry. But we've also got this other thing, and it's called fake beavers. Fake beavers? What are you talking about? Well, I just made that term up, but check this out, you guys. There is, I am an eager beaver, but these are fake beavers. There is a place in Oregon on the Wallowa River. Where's the Wallowa River, you ask? Oh, don't worry, I have a map. I have a map for that. So in that big pink circle, northeastern Oregon, just south of southeastern Washington, just west of central Idaho, is the Wallowa Whitman National Forest, and somewhere along there is where the Wallowa River is. I couldn't find specifically on the map, but either way, here's what matters. There is a property owner on the Wallowa River that took it upon himself, and working with Trout Unlimited, which is a nonprofit organization that helps restore wetlands. Trout Unlimited and this ranch owner took a stretch of the Wallowa River that had been denaturalized and straightened for purposes of human development over the past 100+ years. It was a barren stretch of river, not a whole lot of things were happening. And you can see what it looked like on the left-hand side. That picture, it was taken in December 29th, 2020, and basically for the prior 100 years, that is what that stretch of river looked like, and the land surrounding that stretch of river. Well, Trout Unlimited and the ranch the ranch owner, took it upon themselves to plant 475 new trees along the river, and they created 54 artificial beaver dams. 54 artificial beaver dams. And that has rewilded the river. It has made the river turn curvy. It's given little backwaters, little side streams, created wetland flat areas, marshy areas, and you can see the difference between the water usage, that way the water of the river is being used by the land around it. As Rick just said, beavers can turn dry landscape into marshland or wetland. That is exactly what happened here along this stretch of the river. The river is now full of fish, spawning fish, living fish, tiny fish, baby fish, grown-up fish. It's got bald eagles. It's got songbirds, new dragonflies, all sorts of absolute wildlife that had not been in that area for at least 100 years has been returning to that stretch of the river thanks to the trees and the 54 artificial beaver dams. You can see the course of the river has widened. It has got more curves in it. It's covering more area, and it is the benefits are undeniable. I mean, you can just look at the greenery, and you know that greenery is going to be supporting other forms of wildlife. Now, if you've ever been to this part of the country, you will know that the vast majority of it looks like the landscape on the left side. It is a very barren, dry part of our country. And so, obviously, not every, the green belt that the rivers and the beaver dams can create is only so big. But I think that it still would behoove all of us to try to get this concept in place in as many dry areas as we can in our country. Because the reason why I say that is this particular river had been modified by humans. If you look at the left-hand side, you can see the original river flow and how the river used to wander and used to sometimes go down this channel, sometimes go down that channel, and that's the natural course of rivers. They wander. Rivers always wander. And so to keep it in such a straight line created a domino effect of barrenness. And so by opening up that floodplain, we now have what we're looking at on the right-hand side. And if you didn't notice, okay, so the left picture was taken in 2020. The right-hand picture was taken in 2022. This is only 2 years difference. Can you imagine what 10 years might look like from now? We probably wouldn't even be able to see the river from in 10 years because of all the tree cover, right? And see, the guys who built it, do they have buck teeth? I have no idea, my friend. But they are honorary beavers, that is for certain. And so even if we don't have legal beavers released in the wild, it's clear that humans can do a little something to help replicate what beavers once did. And Mama Shun, I agree. Reforestation, everyone should be planting trees. I totally agree. And it is counterintuitive, but oddly enough, planting trees attracts rain. It affects weather patterns, and it does attract rain. And so in an area where it's too dry for a forest is actually exactly where you should be attempting reforestation. And exactly, Rick, in the 60s and 70s, plenty of natural rivers were channelized by those engineers for flood control. Exactly, yes. And in fact, the Duwamish Waterway in Seattle is a classic example, although actually that was channelized long before the 60s or 70s, but still, classic example. It is where the Green River and what used to be the Black River, which no longer exists, would come together into this Duwamish Waterway, which then would empty into the muddy flatland of the Puget Sound. Well, when Seattle was being built, they reconstructed that whole area, got rid of the Black River completely, dredged out the Duwamish Waterway, straightened out the Duwamish Waterway, deepened out the Duwamish Waterway. So the Green River flows into the Duwamish and then it goes into the Puget Sound. But that Duwamish Waterway is basically man-made at this point, full of industry on each side. And slowly but surely, we are now starting to, piece by piece, rewild sections of that waterway. And I can tell you from personal experience being on a kayak on the river during salmon spawning season, I can tell you this right now. The sections of the river that still had industry on both sides of it were barren wastelands of nothingness. But literally 5 feet later in the river, where a renaturalization on the shores was taking place, you would see fish jumping out of the water. The fish in the water were hanging out in the area of the river, and I'm talking of a riverfront area of like maybe 100 feet at the most. So it's not like it's this huge oasis. I mean, it's literally just industrial river, a section that happened to get naturalized, more industrial river, a section that happened to get naturalized. Because the city can only naturalize the parcels of property that they own. And so there's plenty of property on the river that they don't own yet, so they can't naturalize it. So these are piecemeal naturalized areas on the river that still, you literally, if you cross into the naturalized territory, that river parcel for that 100 feet is unlike the river 100 feet behind and 100 feet ahead. I still don't understand how such a tiny portion of renaturalization can make such a huge deal. And so, Mama Sean, I'm so on that same page with you. I so totally agree. And let's see here. So now that I'm done, now that I'm done talking, no, that's not true. Now that I'm done talking about that for a minute, let's see what everybody else was saying. And let's see here. Darlene, people, or I should say some people, don't realize the importance of trees, natural forests. Yes, and it benefits the air quality. Absolutely. And see, Honda, sometimes you think trees attract breezes. Well, they might not attract them, but they definitely affect how and which direction they flow in. And let's see here. And Rick complaining still, at least it looks like complaining. And today, those engineers are pushing retention ponds and meandering channels, copying a beaver-style channel. Right, exactly. Well, you know what? Live and learn. It's really, seriously, it all boils down to, well, it seemed like a good idea at the time, and it's like, well, yeah, now unforeseen consequences have taught us a lesson, and, well, now let's see what the next good idea at the time is, right? And Mama Sean, you planted lilikoi and banana and more citrus in your yard, and you should see the amount of small bites here now, and the yard is cooler. I am not even surprised. Small birds are taking advantage of all that. Yep. And you know what, though? To tell you the truth, Mama Sean, that absolutely tracks. And I've had a uncanny experience that mimics what you just said. I was down on the Big Island, Hawaii Island, And I went down to Milioli'i, the fishing village, right? But in order to get to that fishing village, by the way, you guys, I was invited by a local. Okay, don't just go down there. That's not where you need to be. That's not your. To quote an earlier stream that I had, if you're not invited, you're not invited, and that really goes for a place like Milioli'i. I happen to have been invited, so that's why I was there. I'm not saying go there. I'm just saying when I went there, this is what I had to do. I had to go through a section of lava flow that an entire neighborhood had been built on this lava. And it was lava. Like, the neighborhood was just nothing but black rock. It was hot. The day was cloudy. It was on the verge of raining. There was no sun shining, and that neighborhood was stifling. It was hot. The black rock absorbs the heat. The heat then generates, and it was just a hot neighborhood in the lava flow. The moment you got out of the lava flow and back to where the jungle started, the temperature dropped by about 15 degrees. It went from like 85 to 70 because the greenery helps to regulate the heat, gets the moisture, gets the this. I couldn't believe it was like walking into a refrigerator, crossing over from the lava rock to the jungle was boom, cooler immediately. And so, yeah, you planting all that greenery in your backyard, I'm not at all surprised. And I'm super stoked that you're able to do the lilikoi and the banana and everything. I hope that you eventually can maybe get some hibiscus and some plumeria, but I'm not trying to give you more garden tasks. But I will ask this, and you do not have to do this. However, I would love to see pictures of your backyard, and I would love it if I saw pictures of the backyard, if I could share them with the Statterbox Gang. Now, if you are not comfortable with that, I will not argue. No one needs to feel like they have to share anything in their personal life with me, especially if it's going to be ending up online. Your privacy is utmost. But if you've got a good picture of a something that's super awesome, I would love to see the picture of the something that's super awesome, and I would love to share it too. And that goes, by the way, with anybody here. You know that if you share with me, I'm going to be asking, can I share this? And if you tell me yes so many times, I'm probably going to stop asking because it'll just be assumed that I'm going to share it. But share with me what you need or want, madstatter@gmail.com, and I am happy to put out whatever it is. Well, okay, not whatever. If it's not appropriate, I'm not gonna. But if it's in line with the vibe of what we're doing, then I am so happy to share the creations, the pictures, the yards, the hometowns, the whateverness that all y'all want to share. I totally would love it if we could all share with each other here, because that's how you learn, you know? America, 50 states, is practically like 50 different countries, and Lord knows that most of us aren't going to have time to go visit all 50 countries in our life. And by countries, I actually meant states, but whatever. So, the more we can see from people all over, the more we can learn about our own country, the cultures in our own country, and when we're super lucky, like we are with Bacola Tea, we get to have people go out of the country and teach us stuff too. So, all right, you guys, it is, let's see here, eMusic, if you can find a cave on that hot lava, it's like a fridge. You said it before I finished typing. Yeah, there you go. And let's see here, hold on. Once you get into the woods, the shade and the temperature drop, definitely. Oh, abso-flippin-lutely. Yeah, it is so weird how you can go like 10 feet and feel a completely different climate, practically. And Darlene coming in with our 2-minute warning because Puzzycat's not here. And even though Puzzycat's not here, you guys, I'm going to share this with you. the last couple days, Leo, my cat, that's not really my cat, Leo, Puzzy Cat named him, has been sleeping on my back porch. And he doesn't want in. He just wants to sleep on my back porch. And it just makes me so happy to know that he feels so safe to be sleeping on my back porch. And so I thought I'd share that with you guys. And let's see here. Front and back of your property is desert, and then pool yard is planted. Perfect. That sounds like exactly the most lovely, perfect thing. And all right, you guys. So we're almost done. But before we do our doneness, I want to remind you, this Saturday, we're going to be watching Crazy Rich Asians. Great movie. It is like 2 hours. So it's a little bit of a long movie. It needed to be as long as it is. But yeah, hopefully we can hang out on Saturday at 6 p.m. West Coast time for Crazy Rich Asians. And then the movie after that is going to be Tu Wong Fu with Love, Julie Newmar. Of course, that's going to be the Saturday after that, not a double feature on that day. And so, yes, I will give scratches to Leo whenever I see him. He actually expects the scratches. It's kind of funny. He likes to pretend that he's tough. He likes to pretend that he's street. But whenever he comes in and I'm here, he gives me the look. Like, you know what I want. Don't make me ask. But that ear, it needs a scritch. It needs a scritch, that ear. You know what I want. I know what he wants. And C Honda coming in with something I wasn't sure about. I wasn't positive. I didn't want to jinx it. But I noticed the last couple Thursdays, Andy has been coming in 3 p.m. Hawaii time. And C Honda just revealed that this Thursday, Andy's probably going to be doing it again. So, you guys, wait, is today Wednesday? Tomorrow we get to hang out again. Tomorrow we get to hang out with Andy Bumatai. Let's do it, you guys. Let's make it a date. 3 p.m. Hawaii time. Andy Bumatai, I'll be there. You better be there too. And that's what we're going to do. All right, you guys, take care. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow.